Well, hello, Bill Shocker here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. We're going to get a little technical on you today. Today's topic is actually called offensive marketing and monopolistic competition. And this came about with some discussions with a few salespeople that I've had. And, what I have found is that salespeople have unbounded enthusiasm. So consequently, they want to go into a prospect and just tell them how great their product is. And sometimes what they'll do is they'll do that at the cost of just wholesale trashing their competition and making it seem like their competition was kind of raised from the bowels of hell and nothing that they do is correct. Nothing could be further from the correct approach to marketing properly and to actually positioning your product. Let me give you an example out of basically international marketing. And actually economic theory, which is monopolistic competition, one of the four market structures. Now, monopolistic competition means basically it's a monopoly and it's perfectly competitive. It's a combination of them. It's a hybrid. William Chamberlain came up with this concept back in the 1930s, and it's still alive today, and it's where most of our gigantic organizations lie. Here's an example. If I asked you what does McDonald's do, and we start talking about that, eventually what we would come up with is that they schlep hamburgers. And if I asked you what Burger King does, you'd say the same thing. Eventually, they schlep hamburgers. And so, is it fair to say that they compete with each other on the hamburger market? And yes, it is. It's very fair to say that. However, they have a monopoly in certain ways. For example, if you want a quarter pounder with cheese, you don't go to Burger King. If you want a double meat cheese whopper, you don't go to McDonald's. Even though they are competitive in terms of their core products, they are monopolistic in terms of some of their niche products, which happen to bring about a great share of their revenue. Now, I'm not privy to McDonald's financial statements in terms of how much they make on quarter pounders with cheese and Big Macs, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure they've got that broken down to the 100th of a penny. And the same thing with Burger King. But the fact is that if we watch the advertising in a lot of situations, specific advertising, you'll see Burger King talk about their Whoppers or their, BK Rodeo burgers, but specific items that the competition just can't do. Okay, so they're monopolistic in that regard. I'd like you to think about this in terms of your product offering too. And this is going to require some work. But one of the things I often do in my sales classes is I ask participants to bring as much competitive literature as they can. And then what I'd like them to do is to write out all of the benefits that are the features that are incorporated in their product or service, then list their competitors and list all of the features that are in their product or service. Now, what I'd like you to do at this point then is to circle the features in your product that the competition doesn't have. There's your product differentiation. And that product differentiation can make a big difference in terms of how you present your product and your positioning. This is what I like to call offensive marketing, not defensive marketing. You're not going in there bashing the competition. You're going in there saying what you can do and nobody else can do. Okay, listen, I'm McDonald's and I can create you a quarter pounder with cheese, and that's what I do best. Well, we might be interested in a Whopper. Well, let me tell you why the quarter pounder with cheese is a better option. And that's how you can go about offensively marketing. This is all part of economic theory, monopolistic competition. I developed a course called The Economics of Strategy. It's a 3 to 5 day course where I get executives of a company basically in a room for that length of time, and we go over economic theory, how that theory applies to. There's some type of gigantic bug at my feet. Remember, these are one-take wonders. Here, I'll actually show you. Maybe you can't see it now, but it was a gigantic A gigantic buck. Anyway, we'll take these executives in the room, talk about economic theory, then talk about strategic theory, and then apply it to their business. At the end of a 3 to 5 day period, the executives leave innovative but excited. They leave tired but knowing that they have a clear path. This is all, and now I'm taking the same information and applying it to marketing. Use this information wisely, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling that if you do, what will happen in your sales career is you will begin to focus on the part of the products that are important to you that nobody else can touch. That's the way to go about it. Bill Shaka, thanking you for your time. Looking forward to seeing you in another edition of the 5 Minute Motivator. Bye.